Can they win a Super Bowl if they continue to play this type of football?
Hell no, I don't believe it. Let me be very, very clear about that because Patrick Mahomes of the Kansas City Chiefs and Lamar Jackson for the Baltimore Ravens will be standing in their way. And it's going to take more than you throwing for 155 yards or running for 75 yards in order to beat them. That's the obvious answer. Here's where it gets a bit more complicated. I don't blame Cam for playing the way that he played, and I don't blame Bill Belichick and Josh McDaniels for letting him. Because after what he has had to endure injury-wise, if Superman wants to show that he still has that Superman capability from an athletic perspective inside of himself, that's good for his confidence. That'll free him up mentally and emotionally to go out there and do some of the more conventional things that it takes to be a successful quarterback in the National Football League. So I understand the approach. I understand the thinking. Just because you did it in week 1 doesn't mean you're going to be doing it weeks 1 through 16 or 17. That's not necessarily the case. What it does mean is that you're reminding people of the arsenal that you have available to you, thereby encouraging them to be honest enough to defend against you. That means stacking the box a little bit. That may be spying. That may be not dropping in coverage to the degree that you normally would if you had an immobile quarterback that was a stationary target and you really didn't have to worry about them running on you. If you're Cam Newton, part of your success is going to be predicated on being that dual threat. And Lamar Jackson and others have shown the capability of doing that. We don't give Russell Wilson enough credit for him doing that. We don't even give Aaron Rodgers enough credit for his ability to extend plays and do it that way, not just his exceptional ability to throw the football. Being able to keep defenses honest by allowing them to be reminded of the fact that you can run with the football is imperative. So I don't blame the New England Patriots and specifically Cam Newton for doing it yesterday. I'm just simply saying if you look at that style of play and if you're planning on doing that all year long and you think that's what's going to win you a Super Bowl, there's no way in hell that that's going to happen with this particular team. They need additional weapons at the wideout position, which they don't have at this particular moment in time. And that's why I say it wouldn't win you a Super Bowl.
All right, but you know what he just did yesterday is took a team.
You dropped your mic,
weapons,
Max.
Just like Brady didn't have
You dropped your mic.
No.
You dropped your mic.
Go ahead,
Mic,
Ryan.
someplace.
Right, go ahead.
Yeah, no, listen,
Go ahead, Ryan.
I'm with Stephen A. I'm not going to give him a hell no, but it's nah, because when you look at the way this team played, they couldn't win a Super Bowl last year. And they can't win a Super Bowl this year because they don't have the requisite skill players. They don't have the people on the outside that can make plays. When you look at this team, the opportunities that they had were all Julian Edelman, and that was created by the RPO game because Cam was running the football. Also, look at who became their main runner. On third downs, it was Cam Newton. In the red zone, it was Cam Newton. This is the only way that this offense could move the ball. And I said this very early on in the offseason, while Cam Newton was still available, that he was the perfect quarterback for this team because they weren't going to win playing conventional football, or as Stephen A. was able to say it, playing football in a way that we're used to seeing from the quarterback position. The only way for this team to move the ball is to use Cam Newton in multiple ways, is to make sure that Cam Newton is the focal point of this offense from a defensive coordinator standpoint, where Stephen A. says you do have to spy, you do have to stack the box, because the only way to win outside with these guys is to have one-on-one coverage. And even then, it was all about Julian Edelman. They finally get N'Keal Harry involved. What does he do? He fumbles the ball on the 1-yard line. They can't. Josh McDaniels has to be more creative in the pass game. Cam Newton does want to show that he's Superman. The good thing about that, Stephen A., that showed me, though, is he feels like he's healthy. He was not protecting himself. He was willing to run. He was willing to take the pounding. He was willing to take the hits. But Cam Newton has to find a way to stay safe while running the football, because this team can't win without him doing that, and Josh McDaniels can't find a way to scheme people open. But this team won't win the AFC East, will not advance to the playoffs if they continue to play this way, because this defense is not the same as it was in 2019.
I think they will win the AFC East, and I apologize for the mic drop. I'm just so used to it, I forget sometimes. I have to wait till after I talk to drop the mic. So let me just say this.
I knew that was coming.
It's a bigger question. It's a bigger question than those X's and O's to me, guys. It's a bigger question. Like, do I like them over Patrick Mahomes? No. I like Mahomes and the Chiefs over everyone right now. I'm saying, is it possible for this team like this with this Cam Newton to win a championship? The answer is yes, it is. Cam Newton right now, this season, could wind up to be the best version of himself ever. Let's not forget, as a passer with Norv Turner, he was better than he'd ever been, including in his MVP year, where he was voted by his peers in the middle of Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady and Drew Brees' prime, voted by his peers, the number one player in the game, best player in football, and got to a Super Bowl. You know, and Kubiak's a good coach. He ain't Bill Belichick. Got to John Elway and Kubiak combined do not equal Belichick and Belichick as GM and head coach. Got to a Super Bowl where I criticized him for not jumping on that ball, right? Like, jump on the ball, Cam. Go, like, now is the time. It's still a game. But who's to say he didn't learn from that? And given the improvement in his passing game, last time he was healthy, he was better passer than he'd ever been. Now he's with Belichick, the greatest coach of all time, who always seems to do it with spit and bubble gum every year. Well, they're not the same this year. They don't have the offense, or they don't have the defense, or something happened, and yet they're well, that's because of Tom Brady. No, I mean, Brady's a big part of it, of course, was. It's because of Bill Belichick. Cam Newton's 31 years old, guys. He has a chance to be great for a while still. Like, Andrew Luck is retired, gone from the game already. Cam Newton, who got to a Super Bowl, who won an MVP, is still going, and there's every reason to believe he'll be the best version of himself going forward. So can Bill Belichick work with
Max,
that? Can Josh McDaniels work with that? Yes. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.